Alright, here we go. Welcome to the third game of the Overwatch 2 tournament from DMCI. This is going to be a really interesting game because we're going to have one team that hasn't played yet in this tournament. Since they were ranked number 1, they got a bye in the first round. So we have Team Love QuickPlay as their first game here. And the No Name brand is returning winners from a couple games ago from our first game of the tournament. So we'll see how the new team fares against the team that's already played once in this tournament, kind of used to the setting. So since Team Love QuickPlay were the higher seeded team, they elected to choose King's Row here. So just going to do a quick confirmation, see if everybody's ready. And once they're ready, we are going to be starting the match. So with King's Row, very classic map. Team Love QuickPlay were really adamant on choosing that that map for their first game, so it's going to be really interesting to see what that's like, or why they chose it, why they were so quick with that. Alright, so it looks like both sides are ready. We'll get started. So I spoke to Team No Name brand earlier when we first started, or before we started, and they said they don't really have much of a game plan. They were just hoping to just kind of play to their using their wit and their own skill set to win. Nothing too crazy with the strategy, but we'll see how that fares against Team Love QuickPlay as their first game. Alright, so it looks like we have an Orisa with a sniper, the first kind of sniper choice of this tournament, Widowmaker. So that's going to be really interesting, especially the long sight lines here in the first area, hoping to kind of scope out somebody on the window maybe. This will be a really interesting game. This is the first sniper kind of matchup we've seen so far this tournament. Alright, with Sakudo here taking the role of Sigma as their main tank. We'll see how that goes here.
5, 4,
A bit of a countdown. Alright, ready to go. Let's see how this works. Alright, so we have a normal kind of hold here just behind the gates here, behind the entrance. Quick start here with the shield from Sakudo. Rock misses on Orisa. We'll have the Badge and Blast straight through the shield here, or straight through the wall. Dealing tons of damage on the tank. Mercy holding that pocket real close on the Sigma on No Name brand. Both Mercies doing tons of work, powering up their respective teammates here. Tons of damage boost from our Mercy onto that Bastion, dealing so much damage. That's one thing that Mercy has been really good this season, just kind of holding down the fort, just adding to that assist rather than the healing. Junkrat looking for some heals on his own. Going for a high flank behind. See how this fares. Bit of a rotate for Team Love QuickPlay here. Orisa's trying to holding down the front door all by themselves. Junkrat just taking out the back line. Yalla's in a bit of trouble. Junkrat finally taken out there. Bit of a cleanup. We're watching the blue side. Quick res by the Mercy. And yeah, just pretty much a cleanup there with all the ults. Take a look at this Widowmaker, see if there's any big kills here. Watching close on the left-hand side. Alright, so that's one thing about Widowmaker on this map, is you have this statue on the way, a bit of hookup, see? Alright, not quite. So let's take a quick look back at the front here. Oh, going straight for the back line. Taking out the Widowmaker, cleaning things up. Huge. Do we get a cancel on the res? We do not. We have Bastion coming back. Good to deal a little bit of damage, but it's going to be really interesting to see how this ends up in this fight here. Sigma doing great work on the back line. So that was a really good pick there with the ult, with the Sigma ult, just taking out the Bastion and the one Kiriko. Alright, so it looks like we're going to have a full cap on the first point. With, do a quick ult check, we do have Soldier ult, Visor, and Wheel. for Team No Name Brand. Whereas we only have the support ult for Love QuickPlay with Tetsuya there. Junkrat going for a bit of a flank, pulling the team back a little bit, missing that mine.
Like a gentle rain.
And now we're going to take a step back just to grab the point here. Great job on the front line to kind of push the team back, push the enemy team back, getting a bit of ground.
Everyone heal up.
Widowmaker is being chased back by the Junkrat. It is a bit scary with the lower health pool this season. Soldier making a run for it. Getting it out. Resetting. Going back for the flank again, but he doesn't know that they're above the stairs. He's gonna get caught out. Fortunately, yep, there we go. Did not see that the entire team is rotated up the stairs, and when he stuck around, he got trapped behind. Let's go back to the cart. Quick res by No Name Brand's Mercy. Bit of a cleanup here by the looks of it. Let's see if the Widowmaker is able to take out Flying Mercy. Oh, not quite. Interesting utilizing the ult to escape there, so they won't have the ult for the next fight, unfortunately. And we take a quick look. We do have both tanks, both tank ults open and ready, and we do have the Bastion ult ready as well. Let's see if they elect to take a early ult. Dislodging. Oh, great job with dislodging the support and the tank there away from the team. Briss is kind of doing what she's really good at, just kind of walking past the main tank and using that big body there to just taking all the hits and just take down the backline. Widowmaker here, let's see if Widowmaker can clean up some stragglers that are out of spawn. Alright, so we do have a switch onto the Winston. Maybe hoping to take out some backline, but that Winston's gonna fall really quickly to Bastion if he's not careful. Especially if Bastion goes into tank mode there. We're just gonna go straight for the sniper. We have attack riser coming out as well. Unfortunately, that was a quick end by the enemy Kiriko. Tons of health from Larissa. Not much you can do as a soldier, unfortunately. Oh, we do have that wheel taking out somebody. So the res comes out, so not much they can do there. So the Bastion's just doing tons of work on Team Love QuickPlay. Tons of work. That high output damage onto a tank that's not gonna fare too well. 17 seconds left. And the Bastion hasn't used our ult yet. A bit of a Kiriko ult, just clean things up here. Holding them back for another 5 seconds, and this looks like the game or the match for this side of the round. So we'll see how No Name Brand kind of fares on defense at this point. We'll see if they kind of take a chance at kind of countering that Bastion. The Bastion seems to do tons of damage on Love QuickPlay side. So kind of contemplating what they're going to do here. Sticking with the Sigma and Mei. Mei is a really interesting choice. Back in Overwatch 1, Mei's strength, especially on this map, was kind of separating the tank at the front door, at the front gates here. So if they keep with that strategy, separating the two halves of the team, I think that would be a great choice here. Alright, so we take a look at Team Love QuickPlay. Widowmaker taking the window as per usual. We do have a Winston.
Suppress this target.
Let's see if we can get any picks from the Widowmaker. very reminiscent of good support doing a bit of work, taking out the enemy Mei there. The Widowmaker's kind of pulling everyone back. So that's one strength about Widowmaker's. It's not so much the picks that she's great at, but it's kind of that fear of being yeah, so it looks like a bit of a good player this one. Left. Use an ice block just to slow things down, but it might not be too fruitful, unfortunately. Oh, she's still surviving! Yeah, there we go. Bit of a cleanup there. So we're gonna have the Hammond taking a bit of space, but we do have Sakuda coming in to kind of contest the point. Tons of time, only one tick down. Hammond taking out the Mercy, however, so a bit of the healing's gone. Oh, with the ult ready, are we going to get somebody into it? Yeah, we do. Taking out the Kiriko, but we fall into mines. Unfortunately, that's going to be tons of damage. I'm setting up a trap there for the falling Sigma after the ult is done. I'm running. Not quite a cap yet. Still only one tick. There we go. So another tick captured. We'll see if No Name Brand and Sakuda will try to contest the point one more time. They do. So we're going straight for the backline here. Forcing out the Suzu. Do take out the Kiriko though, but unfortunately the supports aren't there to help. And we're going to have a full cap. Oh, not quite yet. Where is everybody? There we go. Now we're going to have a full cap. Oh, the Mei Ice block saving herself. Mercy coming in. Just flying in. Of course, going to take out Genji, take out Quadric. Now we're going to have a hold underneath the underpass here. We have a switch in the Sojourn, so kind of high deal in damage. Hoping for the set shots. You have to eat on the bubble, so that's a lot of CC that's taking out a lot of kind of dodge damage. Now we have a bit of cleanup on the supports as well. So some movement on the cart. So all they need to do, all Love Quickly needs to do, just get around this corner. We do have Hammond kind of scoping out the point here. Hoping to take out any early picks, slowing down the defensive team. Here we go. Forcing out the ice block, forcing out the ice wall, ice block, taking out the Mei. Slowing down the progression completely for defense. And the game's over. So we'll head back to lobby. So we do have Team Love QuickPlay taking the first round for this game. So I'll be discussing with Team No Name Brand what their next map choice is. So it's just kind of seeing what's going on. The high output damage from Team Love QuickPlay kind of carried things moving forward there, and it's kind of the CC from the tanks, especially with the Hammond on the last point there. Especially on the last point. Sorry, the last point, just pushing everybody back. Just especially that pick on the Mei pretty much slowed the progression or the development of the defense on that last point before that corner. Alright, so as we're preparing for the next round, just a quick little news update about the last match. So Team Bean and Team Mist was the last match that we streamed. Team Bean ended up forfeiting the tournament due to some logistical issues, so we do have Team Mist moving up onto the winners finals. So though they're waiting for the winner of this match to to be decided, and then they'll be up against whoever the winner of this round is. So it looks like Team No Name Brand is going to be discussing their map choice. See what they wanted to do for round number 2. So a great start for Team Love QuickPlay as their first game of the tournament here. Alright, so it looks like they're still discussing things. So kind of thinking back from the first game with No Name Brand versus United Buddies. United Buddies is waiting in the lower bracket to see to take on the loser of this round. It could be a rematch with No Name Brand. It could be a new matchup with Love QuickPlay. Either way, going to be a very interesting game. Just trying to fill in the dead air here. So the cool thing about United Buddies, the very first round that we had, they are a group of friends that actually do play Valorant a lot together. So they do have that skill set, that FPS skill set. So not with Overwatch being kind of a more team-based game, the dynamics a little bit different, but hopefully maybe in their second run through they're going to be taking advantage of that high aim accuracy skill set that they have from other games. It looks like we do have one disconnect. We're going to give it a couple more minutes for them to come back. But so far it looks like No Name Brand has elected to go with Ilios as round number 2. So going for a King of the Hill matchup. So Ilios, we're going to have a lot of our environmental barriers here, so we're going to see if there's going to be any boops from Elusio, any CCs off the map. Going to be a great time. That's the nice thing about these King of the Hill maps, is they have that level of dynamic play instead of just kind of straight to the point. Alright, so it looks like everyone's back. Let's change the map into Ilios. Make sure everyone's ready for the second round here. Alright, so it looks like we're good to go. Alright, so round number 2. Love QuickPlay and No Name Brand on Ilios.
Now arriving at Phoenix.
First map being the Ruins here. Again, we do have the environmental side on the left-hand side of the camera here. The one thing I do like about this map, and this is kind of my personal thing, is I love playing these long sight lines right above these ruins here. Great view onto kind of the entry point for the opposite team. On the opposite team, sorry. And And that's sort of my personal play if I ever do get DPS roles on this map. Alright, so a bit of a change in team composition. We do have Sakuto off the tank role and Sepia Viper taking on the tank role for themselves. A bit of a switch. We'll see how that pays off. If we take a look here, we also have our first kind of Doomfist. So very, very quick, high kind of velocity team on Team QuickPlays, whereas No Name Brand is kind of taking more of a slower route, but there is going to be some aerial play between the Pharah and the Echo. Both with Lucio's, and Lucio's a great pick for a lot of these team-based games for Overwatch because of that utility on the speed and the kind of this AoE healing. Doomfist doing a great job kind of taking out the back line, and the Pharah just commanding the air as per usual. We saw that with our previous game with Team Mist and Team Beam too, that Pharah gameplay is very, very strong in these games, especially on King of the Hill. Alright, so we do have a cleanup for Team QuickPlay, taking over the first possession of the map, of the objective. So let's hopefully the Lucio doesn't get picked off here. He does, kind of reaching a bit too far underneath the ruins. Unfortunately, now they're kind of short the support and the DPS with the Echo being taken out. The Pharah just hovering underneath these ruins and just kind of slowing things down completely, slowing the entry. Oh, and then the Megan, a bit too close for comfort. Alright, so we'd have Sakuto with the soldier, trying to control the air a little bit, but oh, we do have that pick finally. However, that Doomfist kind of punching into the Mei wall, dealing the extra damage if the target hit the wall, just like that. It's a bit of a stun. Down up to 50% now on possession, and we only have the Rissa left over for No Name Brand on the CP over here. Trying to survive as much as he can. The high health was helping out, but Yosakuto is coming in a bit too late, unfortunately, and this might be just a delayed kill, which is a very good strategy here. Kind of slowing down, forcing a 4v5, prevented from the opposing team from contesting points earlier. There's a bit of a backline sneak here with the Genji, hoping to take out the Moira. There's Sakuto coming in. Pretty good damage. We do have the beat coming out and dragons. So ults being thrown around. Both Lucio ults, both beats coming out. Pull that boop. Yeah, I don't know if that Lucio boop was very, very good. Moving the enemy team out of the Rissa ult, saving them effectively. That's unfortunate. We do have the Mei Blizzard coming out, freezing things to a halt. See if they can convert. No, they cannot, unfortunately. So it looks like we do have a first round going to Team Love QuickPlay. Alright, so No Name Brand had a bit of trouble getting out of the door there and getting that pick, so they probably need to kind of focus on more of Peel, helping out the back line, and maybe not reaching out too far until the team's ready. So we'll see how that translates into the second map here. So we do have Lighthouse. So Lighthouse being not as open as the previous map in Ruins, as the point is now kind of encapsulated inside this Lighthouse. So both teams do need to kind of prep, deal with the fight kind of outdoors, and eventually advancing in underneath the Lighthouse. So as such, we're not going to see much high ground, much flying characters. So we do have that change from Pharah into an Ashe, so kind of a longer range, high damage character again. We do have a change on tank as well for No Name Brand onto Roadhog, so kind of higher health pool. Doesn't get those early picks on the solid characters. Oh, we do have that massive punch onto Sakuto with the Junkrat, trying to sneak into the Lighthouse. Everyone's kind of converging onto the point now. Everyone's focusing out that Doomfist, but we do have that strong Mercy heal with that updated Mercy heal, just healing much higher on a character that's lower in health, and just kind of stopping the Doomfist, or saving that Doomfist. trying to force some environmental kills by punching up through the window here. And now we do have to clean up on the Junkrat. Oh, Doomfist is taken out. So far, Lucio's kind of stay alive here. Bouncing around. Will they make it out? Can they contest the point? No, unfortunately. So we do have our first capture, probably. Oh, yeah, May coming in, just kind of stalling the point. But there is a bit of a trickle. Won't be too worth it here. And that Junkrat Sakudo, unfortunately, being isolated out on the upper ground. We do have a beat on No Name Brand's side. Pulling down the form of Lucio and Roadhog, just like in the first attempt at the capture. Bob coming in, throwing in the corner, just holding down the form on his own. And Roadhog just trapped in the corner, unfortunately, with the Bob. Oh my lord. And Mercy, unfortunately, unable to get through the window. She does. With a res. Taking out the Doomfist. They need to get rid of this Genji. They do transfer the point over to No Name Brand's favor. And we do have a capture. Wow, what a team fight. That Bob, unfortunately, not doing too much besides just trapping the Roadhog in that corner, which is hilarious. Do that res forced out by the Atlas there, unfortunately. So we won't have a res for this first fight. Great fire grenade. Taking out the Ashe. You have Genji in with Blade. And Mercy kind of pulling outside here, just poking in, making sure the heals are there. Roadhog throwing out the ult, pushing the Genji away, forcing everyone off the point, and they do have the lead now with 45% and counting. So they did successfully defend the point. See how this fares moving forward here. That great grenade, burning everybody on point. Doofus is coming in toward the left. Beat coming out. Doofus climbing in. Bob's coming in once more, right into the corner again. Unfortunately, the wall was not there to save them. This might be it with a massive Annonade, preventing that Roadhog from healing, and we do have a transfer of capture on this point. So we're going to have, hopefully, No Name Brand kind of grouping up here. Looks like they're waiting for kind of an early pick, hiding in the upper ground here. They do hear the Junkrat coming in from underneath. And there we go, that's as suspected. Great deflect on the orb, stopping the damage coming in. The high CC from Love QuickPlay's side with Lucas, just kind of pushing back everybody. May just trying to force themselves in, holding the point, going in behind. Oh, unfortunately the Blizzard did not come out. Roadhog sleeping on the job. Ashe on the outside. Doomfist with the ult, forcing everybody out, and they do successfully defend the point. With 80% left, it looks like this might be the last attempt at a offensive strike here. So we'll see if they respawn in time and see if they can challenge the point. Oh, Genji ult, only taking on the Kiriko. You have May throwing out the Blizzard, but no one's there to contest the point. Unfortunately, no one's there to contest the point, ending the round, ending the game. And we do have Team Love QuickPlay as the victors for this round. So they'll be advancing to the winners finals alongside with Team Mist, and then we're going to have No Name Brand versus United Buddies once more, so a rematch from the very first game of this round. So we'll end off the game here, and then we'll see if the Team Love QuickPlay is ready for a quick little post-game interview. So the students did want to have that, so I'll try to set that up. So we're kind of going from there. So I do need to change some settings. Oh, it looks like they. Let me see it quickly.
Something, bro.
Funny.
I message you.
So, would you guys like to do a quick little post-game interview?
Sorry.
That's on Charles,
I have
that's
to walk
on
my
Charles.
dog.
That's on Charles,
and,
yeah.
My dishes
Yeah.
need like laundry to do.
Oh no.
Yeah,
Okay. So it
Yeah,
looks like
yeah.
they do not. Which is okay. There were some students wanted to have that, so I decided to throw the offer. But that's okay. So I'll kind of jump over to the other side and see what they wanted to talk about as well. If they want to do a quick post-game interview. All right. Thanks, guys. Great game.
Thank you, Citrus.
How's the fucking
All right.
Grandmaster?
So post-game interview. Any thoughts?
No thoughts.
No?
thoughts.
All right, so we do have you two going up against United Buddies again in the lower bracket, so a bit of a rematch. So any kind of strategies going into that round?
I think we're just gonna play like last time.
Yeah.
They're a team we can already.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So you did beat them last
I think
time.
we just need to.
We can do it again.
Okay. So good
I
confidence
think
there
we just need to.
for your team.
Yeah. We just need to practice more and
Mhm.
go against Quadric's team. 'Cause
Right.
We already know how they play.
Mhm.
Right. So that's very good. That's great strategy. Kind of reading out their plays, planning out for next game. Great stuff. Great stuff. So great game all around. And so this concludes the third match of this tournament. So again, great round, great job, and we'll see.
So
you in the
then,
next
who
match.
does who do they play next?
They'll be up against Team Mist.
No. Wait, aren't they team? Oh wait. Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
they're against Team Mist. So yeah, let's end it there.
So then.